Hey, do we have any contacts in Texas we can call? That's a great question. On this specific training, we're going to be talking about the advanced search feature in PhoneBurner. Now keep in mind, this is one video that's part of a series of videos where we dive deep into the advanced search functionality in PhoneBurner to help you and your organization find the right people at the right time so that you can make the right phone calls every day. Now in this specific training, we're going to be talking about the location information section in PhoneBurner's advanced search. So let's go ahead and focus on that. In here, we can search for contacts based off of address, city, state, zip, how close they are to that zip code, country, and time zone. Now, obviously, here at PhoneBurner, you can only make calls into the United States or Canada, so country is probably not something that you're going to use a ton, but it's there. So we're not going to really spend much time on that. But let's talk about address, city, state, zip radius, and the time zone. So now let's go ahead and do some sample searches to get familiar with what we can do here. Let's say, for example, we want to search for contacts in Texas. So we go to the state section, type in Texas, select Texas, and now we can hit the search button. And now we have a list of all of the contacts in our account that have a state of Texas. But what if we want to search for contacts in multiple states? Let's go back to the advanced search. Let's click on the state option again. And let's say Florida. We want to find all of our contacts that are in Texas and Florida. Now let's go ahead and hit search. And you can see our list has now grown and we have all of our contacts in Texas and Florida. Let's go back to our advanced search. Let's go ahead and clear the state options that we selected. Let's say we want to do a search for contacts based off of zip code. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a zip code. And let's leave the zip radius to exact and hit search. I've got 35 contacts that are in that exact zip code. Now let's go back to the advanced search and let's talk about this radius. What does this mean? This, in my opinion, is a really, really cool feature in the system if you do a lot of calls that are location based. Whether you're in real estate or let's say you're going to have an event in a specific area, and so you might want to make a lot of phone calls to your contacts that are in that area to drive attendance to that specific event. But how does this work? So if we click on this menu, you'll see we've got within a mile, within 5 miles. Let's go ahead and try a few of these. If I go ahead and extend this by a mile, do I have any more contacts? So I hit search. Nope. All of my contacts in that zip code are either exact or within a mile, which is no surprise because I've just got a bunch of sample contacts. Let's go ahead and extend this out, let's say 10 miles. Oh, look at that. I do have more contacts if I go out 10 miles. Let's go back to the advanced search. And let's go 100 miles. And look at that. I've got even more contacts. All right, let's go back to the advanced search. Let's go ahead and reset this. And let's go to time zone. Now, a lot of times people are looking to make calls to contacts in a specific time zone. And PhoneBurner makes it very easy for you to do that. So let's say I want to call people in the Mountain Time Zone. So I go ahead and select the Mountain Time Zone and hit search. And there are all of my contacts that are currently in the Mountain Time Zone in my PhoneBurner account. Now, just like states, I can search across multiple time zones. So let's say I want Pacific as well. And there we go. I have even more contacts that are in those 2 time zones. Let's go back to the advanced search. And I do want to mention something while we're talking about time zone. I know a lot of people are looking to search for contacts based off of time zone because they want to avoid calling contacts before or after a certain time in their specific time zone. I want to let you know that PhoneBurner automatically takes time zone into account when dialing through PhoneBurner based off of the phone number that you're calling. So out of the box, between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. the prospect time, you're allowed to call them, no problem. You can also adjust this setting in your account as needed. This training is not about that, but I do want to let you know that PhoneBurner will automatically do that for you, so you don't necessarily have to worry about time zones because, hey, they have a phone number. That phone number's based out of a certain time zone, and PhoneBurner will only allow you to call contacts by default between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. the prospect's time. Now, before we wrap up, I do want to come back to one other piece that I have covered in other videos, and that is the wildcard search instructions. This may come in real handy when you're trying to do searches based off of location. Like maybe you don't know exactly how to spell that city, right? So you might want to do a wildcard that begins with or ends with a certain thing for the city or address. But wildcard searching allows you to search for contacts that contain a certain thing, that starts with a certain thing, or ends with a certain thing. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that here. If you watch some of the other videos, you may have already seen more detailed examples of this, but I'd be remiss to not talk about it now. So anyway, that is a quick overview of how you can take advantage of the advanced search feature in PhoneBurner to search for contacts based off of their location. Thanks for taking a moment to watch this video, and happy dialing.